Failure. A word that makes most people shrink back, hide their faces, and feel unworthy. We've been raised to believe that failure is something shameful, a mark of incompetence or weakness. But what if we've been seeing it all wrong? What if failure isn't the end of the story, but the very fuel that ignites greatness? Behind every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary lies a long, messy history of falling, breaking, and trying again. The truth is simple but often forgotten. Success is built on the ashes of countless failures. When you fail, you are handed a mirror, a reflection of your limits, your choices, and your resilience. It's uncomfortable, but it's real. Most people avoid this mirror because it forces them to confront who they are and how far they still have to go. But those who dare to look into it, who dare to study their failures rather than flee from them, find power. Failure becomes feedback. It whispers the truth about what doesn't work so you can discover what does. Without failure, there is no growth. Without mistakes, there is no mastery. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Or J.K. Rowling, rejected by a dozen publishers before the world met Harry Potter. They didn't succeed because they avoided failure. They succeeded because they embraced it. They saw every setback as a stepping stone, every rejection as a redirection. The difference between failure and success isn't luck, it's persistence. Those who keep going when everything crumbles are the ones who eventually rise. Failure tests your passion. When you fall and still want to get back up, it proves how much your dream matters to you. That burning desire inside, that refusal to quit, those are the marks of someone destined to succeed. Many people give up after their first defeat, thinking it's a sign to stop. But winners see it differently. They know failure is part of the process. They know that every no brings them closer to the yes they've been waiting for. It's okay to hurt after you fail. It's okay to cry, to doubt, to question. But don't stay there. Don't let the sting of disappointment paralyze you. Instead, turn that pain into power. Let it remind you that you are still alive, still capable, still fighting. Every scar you earn in your journey is proof that you dared to try. And that courage, to step forward even when you could fall, is what separates the average from the extraordinary. Failure humbles us. It strips away arrogance and forces us to listen, to learn, and to adapt. It's life's way of teaching us patience, empathy, and endurance. Without failure, we might never appreciate success. The sweetness of victory is only tasted fully by those who have swallowed the bitterness of defeat. When you finally win after losing again and again, you don't just celebrate the result. You celebrate the person you became along the way. Every failure carries a lesson, but only if you're willing to see it. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" That small shift in perspective transforms failure from a wall into a doorway. You begin to realize that setbacks are setups for comebacks. Life isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. Every failed attempt sharpens your focus, builds your resilience, and deepens your understanding of what it truly takes to succeed. Success isn't a straight road. It's a maze of wrong turns, detours, and dead ends. But each turn teaches you something. Each roadblock strengthens your resolve. The heroes you admire, the innovators, the leaders, the legends, they all stumbled. What made them different wasn't perfection, but persistence. They refused to let failure define them. They understood that to fail is to learn, and to learn is to grow. So the next time you fail, don't bury your head in shame. Stand up. Dust yourself off. Look at your failure in the eye and say, "You don't defeat me, you build me." Because that's what failure truly does. It doesn't destroy your potential. It reveals it. It forces you to dig deeper, to find that unbreakable part of yourself that refuses to give up no matter how many times you fall. Remember, success isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. Every failure you face is a step closer to the version of yourself that can't be stopped. The strongest people aren't those who've never failed. They're the ones who kept walking through the fire and came out stronger. Let your failures be your teachers, your motivators, and your milestones. Because someday, when you finally reach your dream, you'll realize that failure wasn't your enemy. It was your greatest ally all along.